Hello, and welcome to another episode of Madam Suzanne. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how much does Upscale Escorts make. Now, I can only go by my own experiences and what the escorts that I worked with made, and also the escorts that I knew as acquaintances or friends made when I was an active escort agent. So to begin with, let me just give you a little history. So escorting comes in different levels, like I described in other videos and in my books, Madam Suzanne and How I Made $1 Million a Year as an Upscale Escort. So like everything else in life, this is no different. It comes in levels, right? Just like if you want to buy a Ford and then you go all the way up to Bugatti or whatever. Different levels, right? So our Kate Spade purse versus a Louis Vuitton, Hermes, and you go from there. So like everything else in life, it comes in levels. So we start at the street level where people are engaged in sexual services for, you got your average, someone that's on drugs, crackhead, whatever, with all the respect to everybody else. I don't want to offend anybody, but it is a fact. And they go from $20, $40, $60, whatever they can get. And it goes from there to, maybe somebody that advertises here and there, works a couple days a week, just to get enough to get a hotel room and some drugs or some food, to the person that just wants to pay their $4,000 or $5,000 worth of bills a month, work 2-3 days a month. Or you got the semi-pros that do it maybe 2 or 3 days a week regularly for X amount of years. And then you got the professionals that actually do it as a career, that do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, some of them. And that's what they do. That's their job. And they do it for years. And of course, you have levels on that level, which is the pros that you have an upscale escort that makes a minimum, say, of $1,500 to $2,000 an hour. And it goes up from there. Right now, most of the escorts I worked with, I charged $500 an hour, and we went from there. There's some elite escorts that I worked with that were $2,000 for 2 to 3 hours, $3,000 for 3 to 4 hours, $5,000, 5 to 6 hours, and $10,000 for an all-evening date, which was usually about 8 to 10 hours. And there's also, on top of that level, is a level of that plus having 1 or 2 exclusive arrangements, so however many they can handle. And that would be the elite of the elite. So going from the street level all the way to the elite level and everything in between, it all depends on the escort that's working, the geographical area they're working at, the demographic clientele available in that area, and how they conduct their business, their presentation, their looks, their marketing, their sales strategy, just like any other business. It's not what you sell, and it's not what you do, it's how you do it and how you sell it, right? And this is why one escort can charge $200 and another one can charge $2,000 for the same service. Okay, so it's all about branding, making a name for yourself, reviews, doing other credit type projects like magazine shoots or video shoots or what have you. So the best level that I worked on was what I just described. We only did $3,000, $5,000, and $10,000 dates, and we had running at all times at least 1 to 2 sugar daddies or exclusive arrangements going at the same time. So those type of arrangements are limitless, right? So I've had personally escorts that have made well over $1 million a year as gross. And I've had escorts that were making only $50,000 a month. And most of the successful escorts I worked with when I was in Las Vegas made about $50,000 or $60,000 a month. And that was just from, $500 to $1,000, $1,500 an hour dates. And of course, we, as I explained in past videos, we did a lot of dinner dates, and there was a lot of money in that. We started at $3,000 for a dinner, a show, or whatever. It's usually between 6 p.m. and to 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. So those, of course, if you can book yourself 2 or 3 those a week, you're doing really good. So overall, escorts can make anywhere from nothing a year on the lowest level to all the way up to the upscale escort that can make minimum of $300,000 to $500,000 a year. And then you got the elite, which are really good at that level of escorting, but also plus having a sugar daddy or an exclusive arrangement. And that's unlimited. Like I said, in my own experience, it was in 7 figures. So you can go as high as your imagination. And of course, there's a little bit of luck, but there's a lot of planning and preparation and being at the right place at the right time and giving yourself that opportunity to be that person that the elite customers look at and go, oh yeah, I want that person. Or I want to be with that person. And I want them in my life, and I want them, for an extended period of time. And of course, I did a video on sugar daddy. I've talked about it in my books, and you can look at that if that's what you're interested in. But again, most of the escorts that I worked with in Las Vegas were making between $50,000 and $60,000 a month, and that's working anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week. And some of them wanted to work more. The elite escorts I worked with in Las Vegas made anywhere from $100,000 to $120,000 a month from escort appointments. And plus, when they had a sugar daddy or an exclusive arrangement, they made anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000+ a month from that 1 or 2 exclusive arrangements. So I never mentioned that exclusive arrangement means anything under $20,000 a month, in my humble opinion. So when I talk about exclusive arrangements, I'm talking about someone that has a contract with the escort of $20,000 or more per month, and they see each other so many times a week or a month or what have you, whatever the arrangement is, something they work out amongst themselves, right? So that's basically it. So some of them make a lot of money, some of them don't, some of them spend all their money, some of them don't. There's only very few that I know of that have taken that money and parlayed it into businesses and properties, real estate and such, and done really, really well. And of course, they're millionaires. Some of them are retired, some of them not. I can also mention to you that I've also worked with a lot of porn stars, and they made an average anywhere from $1,000 to upwards to $5,000 per session, depending on how popular they were at the time when we were working together, and also their fan base and who was booking the appointment. So we can get into celebrities and how much they paid and everything else. And they usually X3 to X10 of the regular donation or fee. So that's pretty much it for how much upscale escorts make. And now, please keep in mind, I've been getting a lot of emails and responses and questions from all over the world, from Japan, China, Australia, England, and Russia. And the main theme is, well, how can I start this business and how much money will I make? And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. And I like I told everyone else, look, it all depends on where you're at. It all depends on what level you want to do it on, operate on. It all depends on what kind of clients you have in what area. So of course I can charge more in Beverly Hills or Newport Beach than I would, or like say New York, Wall Street, than I would say in Montana or Oklahoma or Washington State or Oregon, right? So there's a huge difference. It's just supply and demand and what is available. Like Silicon Valley is a hot area because there's a lot of entrepreneurs, there's a lot of millionaires and billionaires, there's a lot of people making a lot of money because of the high-tech industry. So that would be a place where an escort can make a lot of money. So I hope this video answers the question, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me at madamsuzanne2020@gmail.com. I'll also leave that in the description of this video. You can also comment if you have any more questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them, either privately, through a video, or both. And I will hopefully see you soon. And I'll hopefully see you in my live streaming every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which will discuss all different topics, and you can ask me any question you like. I hope you are doing well in this new year of 2021. I hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy. And please, if you have not found your happiness or you're unhappy, please dig within deep and focus and really look in the mirror and figure out exactly what your happiness means to you personally. And I hope you find it. I know you can. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.